Guys, listen, $300 million worth of Nigerian uranium is being held hostage at the Niger airport. I'm going to explain to you exactly how this is connected to all the crazy events that have been happening in Africa in recent weeks. The Saif Gaddafi, the son of Gaddafi, assassination, the assassination attempts against Captain Traore, the accusation by the Russian Secret Service that France has a kill list against African leaders who they find unfavorable.
2 years after the coup, Niger's democratically elected president Mohamed Bazoum remains under house arrest without charge, without trial. This is unacceptable. I call for his immediate and unconditional release, not only for him, but for all those arbitrarily detained.
Hi, my wonderful people. Welcome to the Sahel Revolution, where we obviously talk about geopolitics and all that's going on in the world. I'm just here to inform you and to enlighten you and to share videos of people who know better than me. So without wasting any time, from the two videos that you just watched, we can see that Niger is under attack once more again. I have to say once more again, because I think I shared a month ago that the Niger airport was under attack, and obviously we know that Niger, Burkina Faso and Mali has the most advanced technology now. They are not playing. These three leaders are not playing, honestly speaking. So obviously these attackers were caught red-handed and they were dealt with. And one of them was obviously Omzungu, if you know what I mean. I think it's a French national. By the way, so the second clip is about the European Union. I think they need uranium. I think they need it, to be quite honest. Because when you look at that, they are talking about the democratically elected leader, Bazoum. He wasn't a democratically elected leader. He was actually installed by France. And I think the audacity of these people to talk about, oh no, we want to help them so that they can have better lives because, oh no, they are suffering under the junta leader. I don't understand whether they think we are that dumb. Because honestly speaking, this country has been under France for a long time. And no one seems to talk about how France has been taking this uranium while Niger were in darkness, while they are rich in uranium. And this is what power all the system in Europe, to be quite honest. It's because it's coming from Niger. And now you are talking about, you want to help, they stop the aid and so on. It's because your aid is really not aid. It's just nonsense, right? So now what they are saying, I'm going to put a clip because these were just short clips. I'm going to put longer clips so that you understand what's going on. So that you understand that while we are listening and hearing what's going on in the divided states, in Iran, in Israel, I think you know that we are right now facing World War III. They have not stopped bothering the three Sahel countries. And that's why I think we need to stop thinking that, oh no, now the world is looking at something else. They're going to stop. They're not going to stop because this is a recent clip. Meaning that they are still behind this country. They are still after this country. They still want to. I think when you listen to that, you will know that they want to overthrow him. So you know what? Without wasting any time, let me put these two clips on, the longer clips, so that you understand what they are under. Because honestly speaking, the biasness is alarming. Because Donald Trump, the president of the United States, just recently kidnapped a democratically elected president of Venezuela. At least he is, So now you are telling me that you are quiet. None of these leaders actually spoke against that. But now they are talking about Bazoum, who was installed by them. Come on. Anyway, guys, just listen to that.
All right, guys. So what has happened? The location is Niamey Air Force Base, Base 101. Now, this is the base that Niger seized back from America. Remember that. This is the base that they seized back from America, and they're there with Russian troops now. Now, the military side of the airport is where this $300 million worth of uranium is being held. Satellite intel confirms 34 heavy transport trucks arrived from Arlit in December As of January 30th, they are parked in a defensive grid near the drone hangars. They are carrying approximately 1,000 tons of uranium concentrates, which is known as yellow cake. And the convoy is surrounded by General Tiani's Presidential Guard, CNSP, and Russian AfriCorps advisors. On the night of January 29, 2026, this airport was attacked by unidentified gunmen. Tiani blamed French proxies. They tried to seize or destroy the cargo. Guys, this is crazy. This is crazy stuff, people. There is a war going on in Africa, and a secret war. They're having skirmishes, guerrilla warfare. Uranium is getting held hostages. There's assassination attempts. People getting presidential candidates getting assassinated. This is all happening while people are just playing around. As I said, guys, stop dancing. Stop dancing, people. This is what I'm saying. This is what's going on. Stop dancing. Unbelievable. And you see, the beauty of this and why I say that history is so important, the more you understand about the history of neocolonialism and how Niger got itself into this position in the first place, how West Africa got itself into this position, why countries like France are so dependent on resources from West Africa. Please watch the Frank Zone on my channel. I keep telling you that will give you a lot of context into the control mechanism of the CFA and Frank and the economic control that France has over West Africa. These things all then start making sense. Because at current spot prices, this convoy, as I said, is worth approximately $260 to $300 million. This single convoy represents roughly 15% of Orano's annual supply. This is not just money. This is the lights in Paris. This is power. This is energy for Paris, for France. 15% of what Orano, who Niger kicked out of Niger, the French power company, that's their 15% of their annual output, just in that one cargo hold that is being held in the Niger airports. The AES Bank needs this $300 million liquid sold to back their new currency. Right now, it's just heavy debt. Like, listen, guys, I told you in the last video, I hope you've been watching this series of videos, that Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso created this bank in late December. I believe that the creation of this bank is what precipitated a lot of the desperation that we're seeing from France and US in trying to break Niger down. I believe that plays a big role in this because they want to stop them getting the bank solvent, because they have the resources to back the bank. But if you can't sell the resources like this uranium, then you can't back the bank. That is actually the problem that these guys are having. That's the reason why this is tactical. Now, the Benin border, this is another important part. Malanville, the Benin border. Remember I told you what happened in Benin, where they tried to overthrow the Benin Republic president, and Nigeria stopped that from happening. It's sealed. President Talon, under French pressure, allegedly, refuses to let the trucks drive south to the port of Cotonou. This is the reason why Talon is so important to France to stay in office. All of these presidents, Tinubu of Nigeria, Biya of Cameroon, Talon of Benin Republic, Haftar in Libya, these are Western-controlled puppets. Like, they're there to make sure that the bidding of these countries are fulfilled. This is the reason why, you see, Talon, the exchange for Talon is the protection of the West. So when they tried to overthrow him with the coup, look at how quickly France and everybody zoomed in to protect him. This is the mafia, man. It's the mafia. Wow.
The military coup has further destabilized the country. President Mohamed Bazoum has now been arbitrarily detained for over 2 years. Many states of the region have condemned this. One might think that this has nothing to do with us. After all, Niger is far away. But that is not the case. Under President Bazoum, Niger was an important strategic partner for us in the fight against Islamist terrorism, but also in border management.
No. We are now wide awakened. So, strategic partner for what? For terrorism? No, it's not that. It's because you guys want the uranium, because you guys are running out of time. So don't say strategic partner against terrorism. Those are all BS, and you know that. Let's go on.
Monsieur le Président, Monsieur le Commissaire.
President, Commissioner, dear colleagues, tomorrow we'll be voting on an urgency resolution which I set great heart by. We call for the release of the President of Niger, Mohamed Bazoum. It's the fourth time. Now, since 26th of July 2023, when the coup took place, the military have basically cut him off from the outside world. He doesn't have access to a phone, and there's been 950 days of unjustified detention. Now he's democratically elected.
Wait a minute, did you just say democratically elected? By who? By France? Because the president that is now in power is actually the one elected by his people. Even though it didn't happen in a normal election, they are happy with him, and that's what we call democracy, right? Unless you guys actually have another explanation for democracy. Elected by people for the people. They don't have to run an election to do that, because now elections are actually being run behind closed doors by the colonizer, by the Western powers. You just have to add numbers and that's it. So we are very wide awakened. Nonsense. Democracy elected by who?
And he contributed there to jihadist terrorism, arms trafficking, human trafficking, and contributed to regional stability. We can't stand by in silence when a European key ally is imprisoned. We need to show solidarity.
Muriel Laurent.
Thank you very much. Muriel Laurent.
Merci, Monsieur le...
Thank you, President. Commissioner, dear colleagues. The coup and arrest of President Bazoum showed a turning point in Niger's history. This is one of the poorest countries in the world.
Wait a minute, did you just say Niger is the poorest country on earth? Or in the world, to be exact? So why are they the poorest if France have been the one behind them? Why haven't they changed from being the poorest to a little bit in the middle? Because you guys have been running these countries and you know that. So, come on. Right now, with the so-called military junta, as you call them, they're actually way better than when France was in control. So, you know what? As I said, we're wide awakened. Nonsense.
World, and it is now facing growing uncertainty and insecurity. Millions have been displaced and depend on humanitarian aid for their survival. In this context, the decision to discourage NGOs and throw out international organizations has dramatic consequences. Let us be clear. The junta cannot replace these humanitarian organizations. They need to be a mission. Without an immediate return to the rule of law, there will be no peace and no development. Civil society must be able to act freely to prepare a swift and credible democratic transition. Finally, all political prisoners must be released, including Mohamed Bazoum, because without fundamental freedoms and the rule of law, there can be no stability for the people of Niger. Time is pressing on, and the world cannot remain silent.
Okay, so I think you have listened to these videos, and it's very, very clear what their plan is. They actually want to overthrow him, to be quite honest. And the first video, that guy was very, very, very clear about what the uranium mean to Niger if they happen to sell it. And we are praying that they're going to sell it to Russia, obviously, by the grace of God. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for following me, for liking, for, sharing and so on. We are still growing. We are still a small community. But yeah, guys, take care. Bye.